This is Sam Mckenney. I'm here at the Northwestern Indoor Practice Facility, and what I'm going to talk about today is putter setup. If you're struggling with your putting, it's a great way to set up to the ball to ensure that you can really control the putter face and the path to make solid contact. Okay? It really starts with the grip, and you'll notice on tour there's a lot of different grips, LPGA, PGA, senior tours, a lot of different grips that people are starting to employ. And it's really just to try to get the ball to roll better and to create center contact. Sometimes it's to take away from a hip feeling that some of the players have. But the most standard grip, and what people that do not have issues with putting and haven't faced, most standard grip, most standard setup is what really promotes the best stroke, I believe, and the best way to strike the ball most consistently. So what it is, I'm going to get a little closer. What we're going to do is we're going to get the grip to go through the palm of your hand in a diagonal fashion. That's how it's going to go on the club. So if I turn around, it's going to look like that would be my hand in kind of a normal setup this way. Okay, if I was gripping the club, where I have a little bit of an angle in this direction, and so the grip is in my fingers a little bit more when you make a full swing. But with putting, we're going to put it into the palm or into the center of the hand a little bit more, and it's going to go down my hand line in a diagonal fashion. Then I'm going to grip it, and what you'll notice is the butt of the club, if I grip down farther, the butt of the club is in line with my right forearm, and that's really important. You don't want it below it. You want it right in line with it. Same's going to be said for with my left hand. Once my right hand's on, my left hand's going to go on the same way, and it's going to go on through in a diagonal fashion into my hand through the center of my hand. And I'm going to take my grip. So from this angle to the center, left hand goes on. I use just a traditional reverse overlap, which means my index finger is overlapping my right hand, and that's my grip. To get into the setup, what we're going to do is, if you didn't have a club in your hand, you put your hands together, you put your elbows into your rib cage, just lightly touching the front of your rib cage. From here, you're going to bend your knees a little bit, and you're going to bend forward from the waist, which means I'm going to be bending from this area. I'm not going to bend from the top part of the spine. I'm going to bend from the waist. So I'm going to bend forward, arms are bent, elbows touching the side of my rib cage. I'm going to bend forward, okay? And then I can just kind of let my arms hang a little bit with a little bit of bend in them still, okay? So now bend forward enough where I have some room for my arms to swing. My elbows are resting against the center of my rib cage, and now my arms are anchored into my body. So now I can rotate my chest a little bit and swing my arms to create a proper stroke. So with that said, I take my grip, rest my elbows against my rib cage. I'm going to bend forward until, now we have a putter in hand, I'm going to bend forward until it rests on the ground. Okay? You can shuffle your feet around to see where you want to be. Now I'm in a good setup position. I'm bent forward, I'm balanced over my feet, my elbows are anchored into my rib cage. From here, I can literally rotate my shoulders a little bit to make the stroke. My arms are going to move, but my arms aren't going to move away from my body. That's the beauty of anchoring them into your rib cage. Now you can start to figure out what the stroke feels like, and that's what the key is. So, grip, talked about. Setup, where we're bending from the waist, our elbows are anchored into our side. That's going to allow us to start to stroke the ball properly and control that putter face. If you do this, I know it will help.